Hello, this is Rich Boker. We've decided to record this WebEx to give everyone an opportunity to see the progress we've made on the LNG campaign. We did hold a call recently to give you an opportunity to see this brief, but probably due to holiday and diary conflicts the turnout was low. Hence we've decided to record the full brief and give you an opportunity to see it directly. This is an exciting global campaign. As such, there's a lot of internal stakeholders. Our aim is to get everyone up to speed with the look and feel of the campaign as it stands today. It's very much still work in progress, so please don't get distracted by some of the details. What we'd like you to do is to provide to me by email any constructive criticism after you've seen the campaign brief. The campaign is all about informing and connecting with our customers, with the ultimate aim of driving increased sales of our engines and systems. Thanks for your time. I look forward to hearing your feedback. I will now hand over to Matt, who will take you through the rest of the presentation.
Hello, this is Jonathan Crawford. I'm the senior copywriter at Nomads in Amsterdam. I'm going to take you through our campaign idea for Rolls-Royce LNG as it stands. It's still work in progress, so please don't pay too much attention to the details. But you will also be sent a PDF so you can go through some of the content at your leisure as well. So let's move on. So to just sum up the campaign idea in one word, it's about Rolls-Royce being committed to LNG technology. And if you want to expand on that a bit more, as far as the customer is concerned, this is about choosing the best performing LNG system thanks to Rolls-Royce's commitment at every level. So Rolls-Royce's commitment to LNG is clear everywhere you look, from individual parts of the system that are designed to maximize performance and reduce costs, to the business development team with their in-depth knowledge of markets and regulations. And with this level of commitment, Rolls-Royce is leading the way in pure LNG marine operations. So it's this that's at the heart of our campaign. And that campaign has a very simple payoff line that will appear on lots of different collateral, whether that's the website, whether that's print adverts, whether that's exhibition material, conference material. And it's summed up very simply: LNG deserves Rolls-Royce. So what we're going to focus on in this presentation is the design of the website, the campaign website for Rolls-Royce LNG. And you'll notice that at the bottom it says that the designs use sample text and placeholder imagery. So we're still waiting for some more content from Rolls-Royce, and in the meantime we've just used imagery and some text just to give you an idea of how the different pages will look and feel. But don't pay too much attention to the details. Let's move straight into the landing page. So this is the page that the visitor will see when they first arrive at the website. And it's about delivering the impression for a customer of the expertise that goes behind producing a fully optimized LNG system for marine vessels. At the top you'll see there's a top navigation with 4 main pages from left to right: system, calculator, team and industry. And we'll go into those pages a little later on in the presentation. But just to explain the landing page, you'll see at the top a piece of video content. So when the visitor arrives on the website, this video content will be playing automatically on a loop. It gives the viewer a flavour of the process by which Rolls-Royce goes about producing a full LNG system. So you'll get a taste of the design, the production, the assembly line, and the operation within a vessel. So there's no sound, there's no voiceover, it's just a kind of mood video to communicate this professionalism and expertise. And you'll notice also that the payoff that we mentioned earlier is also at the top: LNG deserves Rolls-Royce. Beneath that you'll see some modules And the first set are modules that look into different parts of the system, and the engine in particular, and how they perform and contribute to the financial benefits that the customer is going to experience if they switch to an LNG operating fleet. So just to outline those for you, the first is low residue operation, the second rapid load response, the third a lean burn combustion, the next one timed gas delivery, then below advanced safety measures, and the last one energy recovery ready. So each of those will tell a small story about what they do and how they benefit the operator. At the bottom you'll see a module where there's a hand holding an iPad. This is an invitation to the viewer to go to the calculator page, which we'll look at a bit later on, and the viewer can start to play with some of the functionality on that page to work out their operating profile, but also the benefits that they're going to start to see if they make the switch to LNG technology. If we scroll further down the landing page, there's a couple more modules to explain at the bottom. So beneath that calculator module, you'll see some profile pictures. So this is an introduction to some of the sales team that Rolls-Royce has, who will be your contacts or the customer's contacts should they want further information about switching to LNG technology. So it's an introduction to meet these people. You can also contact them directly from this page. You'll see little icons beneath their profile pictures to connect via LinkedIn or to send them a message directly via email. It's not the full list of sales team, but it's the most relevant ones to that customer based on their IP address. So it'll be based on region. At the bottom, there's also the option to sign up to receive LNG related news and events that they may be interested in finding out about. So it's a subscription to a newsletter function. Okay, so if you imagine coming from the landing page, you want to find out about a specific part of the engine that is going to be good for the customer. In this case, we've created a small story around rapid load response. So if you've clicked on that module on the landing page, you'll arrive here and you'll find out a little more about that particular feature. So there'll be a very short story. We don't want to get too technical with this, and you can read it later in your PDF maybe. But it gives you an idea of how this particular feature works and the benefit it delivers to the system and to ultimately the customer. Below that, you'll see a 3D model of the engine there. This is just to show you where that engine feature fits in the technology. And there's a button which is inviting you to go to the calculator page to start working out some of these financial benefits that you're going to accrue with this engine. Below that again, you'll see a 3D model, transparent model of a vessel with the whole system inside it. So this is going through to different levels. So we start with a small part of the engine. We show the engine as a whole, and then we show the engine within the system. And there's an invitation to go to the system page where you can learn a little bit more about configurations for different vessel types. At the bottom, there's an infographic that you'll see reminds the visitor about the emissions regulations that are coming into force and the massive benefits that LNG technology provides from an emissions point of view. So we wanted to make that clear on these pages as well. So if we move on to the system page, so this is where you could reach this page from the previous one that we just went through, the engine feature page. You can also reach it from the top navigation at the top. So this one is a little bit more of an exploration of the system configuration within different vessel types. So the potential customer is going to arrive at this page and have the option to choose what type of vessel he wants to explore. We've got 3 different categories here. There's ferries, cargo vessels and tugs. The default category that the viewer will see when they arrive is ferries, but they can obviously choose from the other 2 as well. And there'll be a configuration for each of these. As you can see, there's an introductory text that sort of talks a little bit about the category in general, and beneath that another 3D model showing the configuration within that particular vessel type. And the viewer should be able to explore that visual and see how parts of that system benefit the operation and specifically for that category. At the bottom is another infographic, although this one is more based around the financial benefits of operating a particular system within a certain category. But we're still waiting for some more content from Rolls-Royce from that, so that's yet to be filled out, as are some of these other parts of the pages. But that should give you a little overview of what to expect on a general system page. A big part of this website is also the calculator page, and this is important, we think, because it allows the visitor to start exploring some of the numbers themselves. And again, this is also divided into categories, so whether you're interested in ferries, cargo vessels or tugs, you can start to look at the different parameters within those categories and explore the kind of savings that you're going to get with LNG technology. This is basically a reworking of the sales app that's currently being used with some of these upgraded features. If you're scrolling down, you can see more information there. It's basically a comparison of LNG with other fuel types. So you can start to see the period of payback that you'll need with LNG compared to other fuel types, and a whole bunch of other information that's attached to the sales app as well. What's also really important is that the visitor can save these breakdowns of information to a PDF, which they can obviously keep, but it also captures information from for Rolls-Royce to follow up at a later date as well. The visitor also has, of course, the option to arrange a meeting. Having made their calculations on this page, they can arrange a meeting with one of the sales team as well. So that option is also built into the calculator page. So on to our team, which is again in the top navigation. You can reach this through different parts of the site as well, but it's also in the top navigation. This is an introduction to the different members of the sales team that customers would potentially want to meet, hopefully. And again, you can contact any of these team members via LinkedIn or directly via email. On this page, you'll get a little summary of their background and experience. But of course, each of these team members has their own profile page as well. So you can choose to visit that, and I'll just take you to one of those. So here we have a profile page of a team member. So it goes into a lot more depth about their experience with Rolls-Royce and LNG. What's also good about this page is it shows some of their agenda. So if there are some conferences or events coming up where they'll be present, the potential customer can choose to make an appointment with them from this page as well. They'll see the dates, they'll see the location, so they can directly make contact with that expert or that team member from this page. Underneath that, you'll see a little bit of video content. So we've also done some interviews with sales representatives from Rolls-Royce, so we can feature some of these. Obviously, the interviews that are relevant to each team member will appear on their page as well. At the bottom, you'll see 4 little modules as well. This is a space that's available for adding additional content, whether that's reading articles that they've found, or even that Rolls-Royce has made that would be relevant to the customer. These can be updated as and when necessary. And the final part of this website is the industry page, again reachable from the top navigation. And this is really to show potential customers that Rolls-Royce is about more than just building the best engine. They also have an understanding of the other issues that customers are going to face, or even already considering when it comes to adopting LNG technology. So this is a page to reassure those customers that Rolls-Royce can help also with some of these other questions that they may have. That may be, for example, to do with bunkering, it may be with finance, it may be with training, for example. And these are the content on this page is based around interviews we've done with selected team members. So edits, small pieces of content that have come out of those interviews will feature on this page. And again, you can reach the various team members from this point as well. So that's the end of this presentation. We hope we've given you a clear view of how things stand at the moment with our LNG campaign. As I say, it's just the website, but we hope it gives a good indication. And of course, you can also look at the PDF if you want to spend more time with this content. And thanks very much for your time, and we look forward to your feedback.